That first you people are going to raise your hand when you want to ask anything else, and take a paper and pen in your hands, and I'm going to start my lecture. And after that, you are and if you are having any confusion, then you can ask me at the end. I will give you the 10 minutes. Again, from the introduction, as we all know that food is a basic element for us. It is very necessary for all kinds of living things. And food, here is the introduction that all living things need food. Food is essential for our body to develop, replace, and repair itself. Food provides us energy for doing activities. It protects us from diseases and helps to recover fast from illness. Moving forward to the next, what is the nutrition? What is basically nutrition is a person who tell us about the healthy diet. So what is the nutrients now? We eat different food items, and each food items contain different substances. These substances that are needed by our body for energy, good health, and proper growth are called nutrients. The main nutrients that provide our body and that must be in our food are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals. It also contains water and roughage. Roughage is also known as dietary fiber. And now further we are going to discuss what are carbohydrates, what are proteins, what are fats, what are vitamins and minerals, and what are water. As everyone know that what is water and why we are, it is why we drink water and why it is important for us. And next is roughage. Now we will discuss first carbohydrates. What are someone is unmuted his mic. Carbohydrates, and this is food items such as cereals like rice, wheat, and corn, and the vegetables such as potatoes give us lot of energy. They contains carbohydrates in it. There's lot of carbohydrate present in the potatoes. Food items that are rich in carbohydrates are called energy giving foods. People who do lot of physical work like farmers and sports persons need loads of carbohydrates to give them more energy. Like laborers also need more carbohydrates because they also do a lot of physical work. Carbohydrates found naturally in food such as fruits like apples, bananas, and grapes. Vegetables like potatoes and pumpkins, they contains also a lot of carbohydrates. Milk and products, they also contains carbohydrates, whole grain bread, starchy vegetables, and refined sugar. These things contains lot of carbohydrates, and carbohydrates I am all um, repeating to tell you that it's energy giving food. They give the energy to our body. The next is protein. Proteins are important for the maintenance and repair of the body. Children require more protein for their growth. As they are growing, so they need more protein in their diet. Food items rich in proteins are called body building food. As they help in growth, they are that's why they are known as body building foods. Proteins that are rich proteins rich food includes meat, fish, cheese, beans, eggs, yogurt, and nuts. They contains lot of proteins in it. Next, moving forward to the fats. Fats also contains also provides energy to the body. They act as a reserve of energy when carbohydrates are not available. Carbohydrates and fats, they both are called as energy giving food. They both give us the energy. It also keeps body warm. Excessive fat is not good for your health. So our body needs very little fat. Extra fat is stored in our body for the later use. Like as we all are having fast nowadays. So during the fast time, uh, so during the fast time, our body is basically using the Zoha. What are you sharing? Kindly remove it, Zoha. Zoha, remove your screen. Okay. Now again, moving forward. Now, as I told you that we nowadays we are having fasting. Everyone shows my screen now or not? Yes, it's visible now. As I told you that nowadays we are everyone is having a fast. So the food that we eat contains lots of fat. So when we are having fast, the fat that is stored in our body is giving us energy for the whole day. So that's why we can spend the almost 11 to 10 hours without eating anything very easily because of these fats that are stored in our body. Foods rich in carbohydrates and fats are also called energy giving foods. Foods rich in fats includes oil, butter, nuts, coconut, ghee, cheese, and cream. They contains lots of fat. So moving forward next, it's vitamins and minerals. Vitamins and minerals they need in a very small amounts by our body. They protect us from diseases and keep us fit and healthy. They are also called as protective foods. Foods that is rich in vitamins are broccoli, papaya, almonds, sunflower oil, spinach, carrot, pumpkin, orange, beans, etc. All citrus fruits. Those fruits who are very sour, like oranges, contains a lot of vitamin C and helps to fight against infections. Basically, vitamins role of vitamins and minerals are they are the protective foods and they prevent your body from many different infections and helps to recover very quickly and fastly. So here is other type of vitamins. In your books, only the names of vitamins are mentioned there, but for your information, I mentioned their basic major role where they are going to use. So vitamin A, it improves eyesight and keeps our skin healthy. So what is the role of vitamin? It's needed for the various function of the body. Vitamin C, it helps to fight infections and keeps our gums and teeth healthy. Vitamin D, it helps in proper absorption of calcium in our body. And the basic source of vitamin D is also the sunlight as well. Then vitamin A, it is an antioxidant. Antioxidant are those which remove the waste from our body. And this vitamin E is basically found in your cosmetics as well. It's improve your skin as well. So we need this vitamin. We need, if you want to look fresh, so you need this vitamin more in your diet. You should eat this vitamin. Then vitamin K, it produces prothrombin. Prothrombin is the action that is helps in the blood clotting. Means when the blood suddenly if someone is going to be injured and the blood is going to be flow continuously, then might be loss of this blood, the person will die. But because of this vitamin, the blood should be clotted startly. So that's why the person should be survive at that time. Next, some important minerals. Its first one is calcium. It helps in the formation of bones and teeth. Examples of calcium-rich foods are milk, curd, almond, and cheese. Yogurt, also called as curd. Iron, it helps in the formation of blood. Examples of iron-rich foods are green leafy vegetables, red meat, and dry fruits. Next is water and roughage. Water. Water helps to regulate the body temperature. It is an important constituent of our blood. As you know that students, you know that our blood, mostly the constitution of our blood is made up of water. Rest are only cells in it. So here is more plasma. The water that is present in the blood is known as plasma. So in our blood there is more plasma is there less than the cells. Then skin, for the healthy skin we should drink more water. For good digestion, we also use more water in our body. Your body needs more water. You must drink at least 6 to 7 glasses of water every day. Then roughage. Roughage, I also told you in the earlier, it's also called the dietary fiber. Roughage is the indigestible portion of food derived from the plant. Basically, the food we eat in the green leafy vegetables, there I have you read earlier in the earlier classes that in plant cells there is a cell wall. So the cell wall basically is undigestible, which causes we can't digest it. So this roughage is that undigestible portion of these fruits and vegetables. It clear our stomach and eliminates waste material through our body. It is obtained from foods, vegetables, and the outer covering of cereals and pulses. As we all know that fruits, vegetables, pulses, cereals, mostly things we eat, their source is plant. So in plants, there is a portion that is undigestible. It helps to clear our stomach and eliminates the waste material in our body. So roughage is also important element in our diet. So here's a question came, what's our diet? The food you eat every day is your diet. The diet that provides all the nutrients. Nutrients we discussed at carbohydrates, protein, fats, vitamins and minerals, water and roughage. They together combine us called nutrients. In the right amount when we are going to eat, it is called as a balanced diet. So everyone should eat a balanced diet. So here is a food pyramid for you all. As you see that in the start there are fats and oils. So we eat less fat, sweet oil and sweets because they contain fats. As we know that we did that fats are energy giving food, so we use it a very less amount. Then second is yogurt, milk, cheese. We are going to use it into 2 or 3 servings. Then meat, poultry, fish, eggs, nuts, groups. Again, same quantity we are going to use it. That is 2 to 3 serving. Then vegetables 3 to 5 servings, fruit groups 2 to 4 servings. Then bread, cereals, rice and pasta groups we can eat it more is 6 to 7 times. Then next is choice concerning the food. So what are the ways that the food we eat? We have to first cleanse cleaning the raw food. As we all know that fruits and vegetables we can get it from the fields, and in fields there are often very dust and mud stick there. So we can first of all, the fruit and vegetable you can get in your homes, dust and uh, mud stick there, so you must clean it them first. Then because dirt and mud carries germs, different chemical sprays on them, so that's why you should wash them thoroughly and before eating. Last one, washed before cutting. Why there is washed before cutting? Because if you because if you wash after they cut, some of the nutrients are also washed away with the water. Those nutrients which are essential for your body, they might be eliminated uh, from that fruit or vegetables when you wash it after cutting. So next is precautions while cooking. So what should you do when you are going to do the cooking? Some fruits and vegetables like carrots, cucumber, tomato, radish, you can eat them raw. So if you do not cleanse them and eat them raw, definitely germs and can get into your body and you might can fall ill. Some food has to be cooked, like other vegetables like brinjal. You can't eat it raw, so you have to cook it. Cook it, then you have to eat it. Cooking may why we cook the food, because it makes the food soften. So you can it's when the food is going to be soft, you can digest it very easily. It is digestible, and when you cook the food, it also kills the germs that are not going to be eliminated after washing it. Some germs can might be stick on them after washing them. So that's why we are going to cook the food. If there is any germ that is left, it might be killed when we are going to cook. Yeah, you just cook. Use just enough water to cook food. Why just enough water? If you add more water in your cooking food, then might be the all nutrients, basic components that your body needs, also waste with the excessive water when you add in your food. Methods of cooking are boiling. Sometimes you boil the food, like the pasta spaghettis you eat, you must boil them so that the bacteria in them are going to be uh, removed from it. Then steaming also kill the bacteria and germs in it. Steaming, you can do steam roast like that. When you are roasting the meat, steaming the meat, the bacteria and viruses that on the meat will also be burned at that time. Then frying and then baking. These are the different methods for cooking. The methods for cooking. Then last topic is preserving food. How we can preserve our food, extra food. So if you keep the food for long a time, for very long time, if you separate, sometimes if you don't eat your wheat properly, roti completely नहीं खाते हैं, उसको छोड़ देते हैं, then there is a mold start going on it. That mold attack, it's sometimes it's of white color and sometimes it's of greenish colors as well. So it starts going when you leave the this food openly. So bacteria and